Hi everyone, and welcome to Paper Pumpkin Week here on Creative Chelsey. Over the last couple days, I've shared some great card ideas you can make with the July 2025 Paper Pumpkin Kit called Sweeter with You. And I'm continuing today with my sixth alternative. And if you're interested in watching me unbox the kit or create all my alternatives, you can click on the playlist up here in the top right corner. We're moving on to the other two card bases today. We're going to be using the green card base as well as the strawberries pattern, and then that little striped rectangle that we will be adding. So I'm excited to share with you how to make this beautiful alternative. If you are interested in getting your own Paper Pumpkin subscription box, please use the link that I've got listed below in the description. It's a fun monthly crafting kit. It gives you everything you need to make the original projects. And what I like to do is take the contents from that kit, coordinate it with some of my own products, mainly cardstock, and we get some really fun alternatives. And usually we can get more from the kit. This month I've come up with about 10 ideas, I think, using one set from the kit. So it's really fun. So make sure to keep coming back to my channel to see more alternatives. And if you want to subscribe, you can the link right here in the bottom right corner will let you know when I do post a new video. So let's get started. Okay, so from the kit, you're going to need your green card base. I've already pre-cut this down to 4 inches by 5 1/4. You're also going to need the vellum scallop piece. You're going to want your strawberry card base, and this has been cut to 3 1/8. So that's this longer side here, 3 1/8 by 2 1/2 inches. And then we've got the blue stripe piece, which is the size it is in the kit. So no cutting on that. These two pieces should match the width. Okay, so they should go end to end on the width. So let's go ahead and start adding these together. Now you can always find the measurements for the pieces on my blog, and I'm also including a cutting template. So you can see how you're going to cut every card base to fit all of my alternatives. So you can cut it all up at one time and then separate them into the alternatives that you need. So then when I'm sharing them, you can easily grab those pieces and make it along with me. So I've added the strawberries to the top of the vellum. Make sure to give it an even border along the top and sides. And then we're going to pop the blue stripe piece at the bottom. If you need to overlap a little bit, that's okay. And then we're going to take the dotted pink piece. This is just a little scrap piece that was left over, and I liked how it looked between the two. And so it's about 1/4 of an inch strip, and we're just going to add that right to the center here. Try to make sure it's nice and straight on that. And then you'll just take the edge. So we're not cutting the vellum, just keep that in mind. It's just being cut straight to coordinate with the paper underneath. So just pull that vellum down a little bit so you don't cut the vellum. And it's going to look something like this. Let's go ahead and add this piece to the green. But before we do that, I just remembered that we're going to do some stamping on the back. So we've got our garden green ink pad and our flowers. Let's go ahead, ink these up with that green ink and just randomly stamp around the edges. Don't worry about getting it in the center. We're not going to see it. So I put mine on the same clear block so that I'm stamping them at the same time. If you want to do that, you can, or you can do them separately. Just all the way around. It's such a small little detail, so I'm adding a lot more than I normally would if I was going to show more of the garden green. We do want to clean up our green ink so that it doesn't transfer to any of our other cardstock. And then we can add this. Let's add this to our card base first. So I've got a card base of thick, basic white cardstock, and I'm going to score it at 4 1/4. So it's been cut to 5 1/2 by 8 1/2. And that's just your normal size. And I love using the thick, oh, this is not even. It must not have been cut quite right. There we go. So I love using thick, basic white cardstock. I think it's perfect for card bases. Let's go ahead and add this. And then we can pop up our vellum and pattern pieces. Let me grab my dimensionals. The nice thing is you can also use the ends or the sides. So don't throw those away. Just cut them up and put them behind your elements. This card is super fast. So that goes right there in the center. I love how that looks. And then our greeting is going to get stamped on our strawberry. And I'm using the thank you. If you want to add a second greeting, you can. Maybe in the inside of the card would be fun. And this also will get popped up. And bring it down a little lower so that you can see all that beautiful pattern. Just like this. And if you've got any more of the sequins, or if you have another embellishment that you've been using, go ahead and add some to your card. I'm going to do about 5. 3 in one corner and 2 up at the top. And that just adds the perfect amount of bling to the card. And it's done. Look at that, super quick and easy. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching me create this beautiful alternative using the July 2025 Paper Pumpkin Kit. If you're interested in getting your own Paper Pumpkin subscription, please do so using the link in the description box below to subscribe. If you would like to see written instructions, cutting measurements, and a template, you can visit my blog, creativechelsey.com. Thanks so much for watching. Have a creative day. Bye.